Although I never really show my appreciation, I do not believe in heroes, but you are mine. This one is for you, Mom. Families, families, faculty, and my fellow Blue Devils, good evening. As I stare upon the components of the graduating class and observe the families and friends belonging to each member, I cannot help but imagine the cliche, save the best for last. Without question, the city of Tucson did do just that. Most of my peers may know that I am not a native Tucsonan. After moving here from Texas and attending a previous high school, I finally arrived at Sunnyside not knowing what to expect. As my tenure continued, I began to realize that Sunnyside is only a microcosm of what the Southside community represents. Individuals who make the best of matters with what he or she possesses. Unfortunately, this positive observation is overshadowed by the negative publicity received by the Southside community in the eyes of many. Oftentimes, our community is used as a scapegoat by the media when wrongs are committed in Tucson instead of being praised for its members' continuous efforts to better our living vicinity. This issue is appalling, and I look to the graduating class to put an end to this unfair treatment. A new millennium is upon us, and each of you seniors is part of the foundation to set new standards for South Tucson. We must return what we have taken from our great environment and eliminate the negative stereotypes placed upon our community. In closing, I no longer view myself as an outsider to Sunnyside nor its surrounding community. I am grateful to its members for accepting me and making me feel like I have grown up here all my life. To the chess club, Claudia, Melinda, Adriana, Annette, Kathy, Big Eric, Beto, Rodrigo, and the rest of the 1999 Sunnyside High School graduating class, show integrity, be wise, be real, and be better than your best. Thank you for your attention. It has been much appreciated.
Our second address will be made by Mr. Oscar Hernandez.
Good evening, graduates, teachers, parents. Before I begin my speech, I would like to take this moment to thank God, because without him, man's wisdom is foolishness. Secondly, I would like to thank all school administrators and teachers, Mrs. Klein, Mrs. Keller, Mr. Mayorga, Mr. Heinz. Thank you. Furthermore, I would like to thank all the people who do not receive recognition, the cafeteria staff, custodians, secretaries, and anyone else responsible for maintaining our school. Also, thank you to all my peers. Whenever I needed someone who would listen or offer advice, there was always someone there. Anissa, Linda, Chris, Gabriel. But most importantly, I would like to take this moment to thank the people responsible for who and where I am today. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your mental, moral, and emotional support. I love you. Okay, my speech is called Envision Greatness. The world is constantly searching for the mark of genius and greatness. When one of the foremost minds of the 20th century, Albert Einstein, died, scientists removed his brain looking for the secret of his success. Yet Einstein's brain was no different than yours or mine. There is no superhuman feature that separates us from Einstein, Shakespeare, or Picasso. We can all achieve greatness. There are many qualities which distinguish greatness. However, there are three qualities one must possess in order to obtain genuine greatness. The first quality one must possess is concern for others. I paraphrase Emily Dickinson's poem, Not in Vain. If I should help one fainting robin find his nest, I have not lived in vain. If I should make one desolate soul smile, I have not lived in vain. If I should inspire hope in one wavering person, I have not lived in vain. Compassion is a key to greatness. It opens doors of understanding, patience, and acceptance. The second quality a great person possesses is to set high expectations. I once heard a story of a little girl who told her Sunday school teacher, "Teacher, today I'm going to draw a picture of God." Her teacher responded, "But honey, nobody knows what God looks like." The little girl answered, "They will after I finish my picture." Like the little girl, we must have the confidence to accomplish our goals and dreams. We must believe that the best book has yet to be written, the best company yet to be managed, that the best government has yet to be formed, the best society yet to be created. The best has yet to be done, and by us, the Sunnyside Class of '99. The third attribute of greatness is perseverance. Would Michael Jordan be a 5-time NBA Most Valuable Player if he quit basketball after being cut from his 9th grade team? Would we have air and space travel if the Wright brothers stopped trying after their first crash takeoff? Would the United States exist if George Washington and the Continental Army succumbed at Valley Forge? I think not. Perseverance is best explained through the analogy, life is a marathon. And given that the average human lifespan is 74 years, our graduation is only the 6-mile marker. We still have 20 miles to run. We must not look down or concede to our fatigue. We must persevere and cross the finish line. We do not need exceptional intelligence to achieve greatness. However, if we possess compassion, the proper dreams and visions, and an undetermined resolve, we shall have the same possibility to achieve greatness as did Einstein, Shakespeare, or Picasso. The world is searching for greatness, and they shall find it in the 1999 Sunnyside graduating class. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to present the medals to the valedictorian and the salutatorian. And I don't know why they got off the stage because we have to call them back up here. Our salutatorian this year is Oscar Hernandez. And our valedictorian this year is Adam Calderon. As they're getting the medals presented, this class, in terms of scholarship, earned over $660,000 for this year alone. If you multiply that across 4 years, you can see what kind of money you folks can have earned as far as your scholarships. I'd like to ask all the recipients of scholarship or financial aid at this time to stand so we can see how many of you folks are continuing on with your higher education. And let's give these students a round of applause. Thank you. At this time, it gives me an opportunity to say a few words. And I wrote about a 20-page speech, but I think I narrowed it down to about 2 or 3 lines, so I'll begin here if I can find it. Okay, I have it. Well, guess what? I lost it. Primeramente lo que quería hacer es darle la bienvenida a todos los padres y los parientes de los graduantes de la clase de 1999. Para mí los padres merecen, tal vez, tenemos que saludarles y felicitarlos por el gran